On this channel, I have talked about how Kyuranger cannot be adapted, and multiple people think that it can be due to whatever means. Now, when the news dropped of Cosmic Fury, and before any of the information that Simon Bennett released about how many episodes it was going to be, etc., it literally put Kyuranger back on the table. When Simon Bennett came out and said, actually, no, it's 10 episodes, it's going to be on Netflix, and we are now sticking with the suits, and they showed the new suits design, it literally said, we're not doing Kyuranger. He's also stated in the past that there are too many ranges to give him. But obviously, since Cosmic Fury was announced, and we had the 6 original Rangers from Dino Fury going to return, it did kind of, again, open up the kind of talks of, are they going to adapt Kyuranger? But now we know that they're not. Simon Bennett has said, and probably I can't find this tweet because it's now been deleted since deactivated since his account is gone. Thank you, Power Ranger fandom, for that. But anyway, he mentioned that they do not have the suits to show. Like, they will probably have some monster suits, they'll have some original monster suits, we don't know. But he said that they don't have the suits, they are still over at Toei in Japan, and that is it. Now, I don't know why a lot of people are still going like, oh, it could definitely be Kyuranger, you know, they should do Kyuranger, they should do it. Now, from my kind of understanding, Kyuranger is probably around about 40 to 50 episodes long, and there's a lot of stories in that. You know, I don't know, because I've never watched the series, and after seeing how the fandom has been, I have no intention of watching it whatsoever, and that's due to people attacking Simon, telling him that it's wrong, saying that we need to have this. I have no intention of watching it, and that's all thanks to the fandom on that one, which again is really shit because it does look like a really cool series, especially some of the suits. Now anyway, I digress. The way that I see it is that you will probably have some amazing storylines. You will have some things in here that will be absolutely fantastic. But 10 episodes isn't long, and from what Simon has said, it's 22 minutes, not what I thought would be around about 40 minutes to maybe 45 minutes, but 22 minutes per episode for 10. That is not a lot. So I don't know why people still think it's so possible to have like the entire season shoved down into 10 episodes, where pretty much that's how you're still probably meeting Rangers in Kyuranger. So why is it that people are just so adamant? Now, one person that I interact with a lot on Twitter saying it's like they want to see their, you know, the Super Sentai represented in Power Rangers, etc. Now, I get that you want to see your favorite Sentai adapted. I want to see Lupin Ranger versus Pata Ranger. Am I going to see that? No, because Simon has turned around and said it will never be adapted due to the climate of what's happening, and also Rangers can't fight other Rangers unless they're under evil spells or whatnot. And I have accepted that. I don't go to Simon and say, you're wrong! You're freaking fucking wrong, Simon! No, I have accepted it. But yet when I see people complaining about Kyuranger not being adapted, and it's like, oh, we need this, the Power Ranger fandom needs that. No, it doesn't. And I'm not saying it will never get adapted. It could be adapted into comics. They could do it much later on the line when they figured out how to do their own stuff. Could they do Kyuranger? Who knows? But at the moment, when Simon says there's too many Rangers and you've only got a short amount of time to do this, you can't tell an entire story properly because you just can't. And people will go, oh my god, like, yeah, you can do this. No, it's physically impossible to tell an entire year's worth of stories in just 10 episodes. When Simon has laid out what is going to happen, you have Lord Zed coming back, you have the fact that new enemies are going to pop up, you have all these sorts of things coming up. And yeah, that's going to take a lot of story time. It's just not going to be an easier thing. Now, it just baffles me on how many times people just attack Simon for no reason because they think that they can run the show better, yet literally all it is they would just copy the Sentai and then be like, I'm so glad we're copying the Sentai, when literally we've tried that in the past and it didn't really work. Did you look at Power Ranger Samurai? Yeah, it was under Saban and stuff like that, but literally doing the same sort of thing, Power Ranger fans will do one or two things. They will turn around and complain. It's just like the Sentai. They do something different than Sentai. It's not like the Sentai. So where is this happy medium of where a fan would be happy? It just doesn't happen. Like, since the fandom, I've noticed since social media began, I've not been able to see anyone be happy with the way the Power Rangers is, because it's not this Ranger, it's not that Ranger, Tommy's not coming back, Austin's not coming back. It just makes me kind of think on so many different levels right now that it's just impossible to please the fandom. But talking about Kyuranger, it's impossible to take over 40 episodes and slam it into 10 and actually tell a good story. Because let's say Simon did that. Say Simon goes, yeah guys, we're just adapting Kyuranger. People would complain, like, it's not long enough, that it's not what they think of. It hasn't got the love and heart of it. And Simon goes, well, 10 episodes have only been ordered. And yet people go, oh no, like, I could do it. How could you tell all that story in 10 episodes that's probably 22 minutes long? If you know, please let me know in the comments. And remember, if you're going to tell me, you have to incorporate every single storyline from each character that is meaningful, or just no, all of it. You got to tell me how you would incorporate all these things. Because the only way that I could think about it is you get 2 minutes. 2 minutes for that storyline. Hello, brother. Hello. You are now our friend. I will join you. That's pretty much how it would be. And it just baffles me. I just really want the fandom to stop going on about Kyuranger being like it should be adapted. They're using the Zord footage, and I know that's going to cause a bit of things, but at least that's something, because we have the Zord footage, because Simon says it's cosmic themed, and that is the way to go. I feel the way that Power Rangers has been from Dino Fury is the fact that we have characters likable, bar Ollie. I don't like Ollie, but having a story based around this and actually having characters that I'm like, do you know what? It's nice to actually have, not be like, oh, we had to say goodbye and then we have to get to know other characters, which again, pretty much fine with. But again, this hasn't been done since Mighty Morphing, and I want to see how they do it. I want to see how they cope in space. I want to see who they fight. I want to see their new suits. I want to see all of it. But I don't want to have to go, right, now I have to like 12 new characters. It would take such a long time. And when people turn around and say, oh, it's just like Dino Charge did it and Super Dino Charge. Again, they didn't do it very well, did they? Really? Come on, think about it. They didn't do it that well, because at the end of the day, half of them went off on a fucking mission that we never saw. And then suddenly, sorry guys, I've just come back for 2 minutes. And then off they go. Hey guys, gotta go back to Xandar. It doesn't work. So literally, if you're going to take anything away and you've gone to the end of this video, thank you very much for continuing to watch. But if you're getting to the point where you're like, I want this, look at how the show is now run. It's got better storylines, it's got better characters. But when they turn around and say 10 episodes only, think about it. Could you get an entire season in 10 episodes? The answer would be no. You can't get a year's worth in 10 episodes. It's just impossible. If it was 20, maybe at a push you could get some good storylines. But we're never going to get what it is in the good days. I don't think we're even going to get 20 odd episodes ever again now it's on Netflix. I think we're going to only get roughly around about 10. But yeah, I just kind of really wanted to talk about it. It's just really annoying that now that Simon's off Twitter, because some of the fandom has turned around and gone, oh, well, you know, you're wrong, I'm right type thing. And it just really fucking irritates me. But the fact is that if people are still banging on about wanting Kyuranger and then saying like you could do it in 10 episodes, you freaking couldn't. It's just impossible. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about it. It was something that spanned off from another video that I was kind of working on. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments, and I'll see you later.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。